What is child labor? The general answer is work done by children, but not all work done by children should be classified as child labor. Children's or adolescents' participation in work that does not affect their health and personal development or interfere with their schooling is generally regarded as something positive. This includes activities such as helping their parents around the home, assisting in a family business, or earning allowance outside of school hours and during school holidays. These kinds of activities contribute to the children's development and to the welfare of their families. They provide them with skills and experience, and they help them to prepare to be productive members of society in their adult life. Child labor is something that interferes with the children's schooling by depriving them of the opportunity to attend school or obliging them to leave school prematurely. It might also require them to attempt to combine school attendance with excessive, long, and heavy work. In its most extreme forms, child labor involves children being enslaved, separated from their families, exposed to serious hazards and illnesses, and or left to fend for themselves on the streets of large cities. In my case study of child labor, many different perspectives are covered. Some of them are the perspectives of child laborers, the employers, the parents of the child laborers, and the people of India themselves. The research question I chose is, would eliminating child labor in India impact the economy of India negatively? The research question consists of key terms such as child labor, eliminating India, and the economy. The key terms give direction to the research question. To research the research question, I created 6 key questions in order to accurately answer my research question. The first key question is, does child labor impact the Indian economy? This key question relates to the research question and might allow me to gather information on the impacts of child labor being positive or negative and related to the Indian economy at all. The second key question is, why do the parents allow child labor in India? The answer to this key question might provide me with reasons that relate to the Indian economy. The third key question is, what are the positive effects of child labor on India? This key question will outline the positive impacts of child labor on India and if they will be non-existent without it. This key question will allow me to conclude whether the eliminating of the positive effects will lead to a negative impact on India's economy. The fourth key question is, who are the people which support child labor in India? This question allows me to find out if the people which support child labor are governmental bodies, and if they are, so is it because without child labor there will be a negative impact on India's economy? The fifth key question is, are the laws around child labor enforced in India? This question allows me to go in depth with the fourth question and find out if the reasons behind loose enforcement is due to government supporting child labor. The last question is, what are the causes of child labor in India? This question allows me to answer whether the causes are economic problems or just problems in the society. It allows me to determine whether they will still be present even after the elimination of child labor. The 2 main key questions I used to answer the research question are, does child labor impact the Indian economy, and what are the causes of child labor in India? The question of child labor having impacts on India's economy or not has led me to conclude that it does. It also allows me to investigate the impacts to be lower human capital accumulation, higher fertility, worse health due to bad working conditions, technical change, higher income, unemployment rate of elders in India is recorded to be 9.5%, and slower investment back into the country's economy. Majority of these impacts affect the economy of India in a negative way. Higher fertility increases the population of India immensely and is also a reason for India being the top 3 countries in the world with the largest population. A large population results in less homes, increased poverty, and lack of jobs for the people in the country. It also increases the unemployment rate of elders, which results in poverty and homeless people which don't have a place to live and food to eat. This affects India's wealth since a large amount of money isn't being invested back into the country, and the country also receives less income tax because of unemployment. The question of the causes of child labor has also led me to understand many of its causes and how they impact the Indian economy. I investigated and found that many causes of child labor are: parents of the children don't work, therefore don't have enough income to pay for their education, food, and shelter. The kids are orphans and don't have parents to take care of them, so they work for themselves to survive. Illiterate parents get their children back into the same business at the young age to save money. Debt-trapped parents give up their children for child labor, hoping to fulfill the debt. These causes of child labor can be eliminated if child labor is eliminated itself. If the children don't participate in child labor and go to school and get an education, the illiteracy rate in the country will decrease, allowing the children to get proper jobs and contribute to the economy. If child labor is eliminated, the parents of the children have no other choice than to work in order to survive. This eliminates the children being forced to work and allows them to acquire an education. The parents of the children will also be contributing to the economy by working, since they will be paying taxes. The answer from the two questions clearly contribute to the economy of India negatively. The causes and impacts of child labor can be eliminated if child labor is eliminated itself. This will benefit India's economy tremendously and allow it to develop and better itself. Therefore, the answer to my research question, would eliminating child labor in India impact the economy of India negatively, is no. Eliminating child labor in India will impact its economy positively, not negatively. In my opinion, child labor is poison to the country, if it's any country at all, its people and its economy. It does not have any major benefits, and it also does not help anyone. Child labor is a curse and should be banned and gotten rid of in India.